Boom, it's up. I don't know what that was, boys. What the hell was that? Stupid thing. The love for the grind. Bro, I don't know what the hell that was, boys. So what's the date today? So we started a little bit early. 5th of the 8th? Save. Alright, so everything should be capiche now. We'll modify the chat, boys. Hey, Clouded. Actually, AFK, what's good? Alright, chat's feeding through. Stream's feeding through. I don't know what that was, boys. I think it's just the plugin, eh? I think I mentioned it last time, like, it's the difference between when you're paying for, like, some sort of plugin or something, and whether you're getting the old Temu one. You're probably going to get some bugs, boys. What I was saying before is that I haven't played the old Temu Tower for a bit, boys, which is a shame because I just synced in the GT and the Deathwave, or the equivalent on the Temu Tower. I mean, I'm wondering if there's an update, boys. See if they cloned bot respecs. Free bot respecs, boys. Oh, not free bot respecs. What is it? Free bot preset, boys. But my favorite thing that I'm looking forward to is workshop presets. That is wild, boys. Uncle Fuds coming in with a banger. Gravy now. Let's go. Richard, what's good? Again, I need to set up my stream elements. Need to set up the old stream elements. What was I just talking about? Oh, the Temu Tower. I don't even remember what it's called. What's the real name? What's the real name, boys? Utopia. That's it. What do you guys reckon in version 29? Will Uncle Fuds acknowledge me as his nephew? New patch come out on the 4th. Added enemy knockback. Added shockwave. Added spinning blade. Bro, what is this, boys? Listen to this. This is the Temu Tower. Added, so this must be to the workshop. Added enemy knockback. Added shockwave. Added spinning blade. I'm assuming that's like orbs. Added floating mine. Added auto research feature. Boys, how many years did everybody slog it out with no auto research? Added shockwave size research. Added void bomb research. What is void bomb? Fix some minor UIs. Boys, is the Temu Tower coming back? This is when Peter's gonna growl me, eh? Peter's gonna be like, fucking focus. Fuck ya. JR, what's good? Mr. Flipster, lull me up. Boys, this week, since the progress update, this week has just been all about the puppy, boys. All about the puppy. Boys, he is so clued on, eh? What is this? Buy 30 upgrades. Boys, he's so switched on, man. So easy to train. I can't believe it. It's been a blessing. I'm used to dogs that are more eager to please, and then also more stubborn to train. You know, take a lot more breaking into them to get them to train. Boys, first night, he wanted to go potty like 5 times in the middle of the night, whatever. Second night, like once. Last night, I think it was last night. Last night didn't go at all, boys. So we're gonna be 1 day away from, if he doesn't go potty or need to go potty in the middle of the night, then we can move from the bed and then leave him in his crate all night. And then he can just be chill and we don't have to worry about him. Sang TV, what's good? What's good? JR, holy hell, bought the Goldbot bonus from 2.2 to 3, and man, that's a good jump on coins, and so much more to go. I can imagine, bro. So I respec, once the event rolled over, I respec following the YouTube comments and did this. I don't know what the bonus maxes out at. I'm thinking it's somewhere around 2 times. So to put it in perspective, with Golden Bot and Antbot, what I was doing before, while I was doing the bot labs and all the other bot labs, once I respect and introduced the bot back in, and then respect again and jimmied it up, the difference between having the butt and not having it, and just having regular Golden Bot, was a 45% increase in coins. 45%, boys. Look at this jump. What is that? What the fuck is that? Boys, just a grubby little respec, boys. So if we like scroll back here, this is the combination here, boys. I don't know how well it's showing up on screen, so I'll read it out. 106 Q an hour, 103 Q an hour, 105 Q an hour, 108. We respect, once the lab was completed, added in a butt, 117, 120, 114, 122. I respect again when the event rolled over and did the recommendations by, I think it was Zorg. Shout out to Zorg. Boys, bang. 153, 163, 155, 161. Absolutely staggering jump in Econ, boys. Crazy, crazy. And we're just getting started. Now, I'm assuming that the Butt Plus version basically just gives you a higher multiplier on the bonus. Because the Golden Bot one's more cells. So the Butt must just be more of a multiplier. So man, there's so much room for growth in this. And these are only at 36 seconds, boys. These are only at 36 seconds. Yeet Fleet Jr. What's up, guys? What up to you too, big guy? 2 times bonus for the butt. That's crazy how much like more wiggle room there is. Cold Sork, what's good? What's good? True bot and Goldbot sync is huge once you have a decent amount of medals. Dude, and I'm thinking, like, imagine for the people that have synchronicity and the Butt Plus. Like, that is like, we're not allowed that. This is diabolical. And just think that we're all going to have free bot respecs. Presets. Fuck, what do I keep saying, respecs? What do I keep saying? Imagine what else they're bringing out for us, boys. Hey. What is going on, LD Cloud? What was that? Serendux. That was a bit of lag. That's a good jump. Yeah, I man, not gonna lie, I was like, oh, this is what I'm working on, boys. I'm gonna take this to a 52-second sync, and then it syncs with all the bots. Syncs with the Butt, the Ant Butt, the Bat Butt, the Bum Butt, the Bomba Clut. So that should, what's the math on that, boys? What's the math on that? So if we go like 160 times 24, it's almost 4Q a day times 7, 26Q a week. So we just hit the 100Q a week. We're gonna hit the next, we're gonna hit like 200Q super fast, boys. Wild. And I think I'm pretty much in a mode where it's like, okay, let's invest in Econ. Let's get some Econ up. So this is gonna be nice. We're gonna be able to afford more things, get some more shiny stuff. Oh, what's the battle conditions, boys? What's the battle conditions? What did I miss? We're just going over the butt butts and the goal butts and the bum butts and the bumper cluts. I sent you a screenshot of my respec. I do have to do the last 5 cooldown labs. Oh yep, so it goes to the 2x. Dude, once you get the last 5 seconds in that cooldown, woo-wee! Woo-wee, boys. 8 times bonus and then a 2 times on top. Boys, just imagine what synchronicity must feel like. What do we got? Orb resistance, tank, oh. Mass enforcement. Mass enforcement. Range ult and champs, any tips? Range ult and champs is pretty hard because, like, generally speaking, and this is of course generalizing, but a lot of people don't have much means of crowd control. Shit, yeah, you can't kill them with orbs, you can't kill them with death ray. You pretty much can only kill, like, once they get to a stage where they're floating around the outside, they're gonna shoot you, your tower's gonna turn off, they're all gonna slam into you. The only thing I can think of is just plenty of stuns. But I don't know if it's worth running a Spaceless Spacer over ACP. Maybe it's one of those tourneys where maybe just having like a real chunky wall performs the best. Because I used to run like Sharp Fortitude in the armor slot, and then the rest like standard kind of damage stuff. So not like straight EHP. I don't think I've ever done like straight EHP. But I definitely carried like the EHP cards over some of the more glass cannon ones, which would be like, I don't know, like energy shield and that sort of stuff. Is it a OA? Is it a OA one, this one? Tanks Ultimate. I'm wondering if it's an OA 20, this one. We could give it a nudge. Give it a nudge, skis, boys. I feel like it's a Pulsar Harvester kind of day today. We might get a little bit more HP. A little bit of HP. Because once you pass a certain point, boys, that overheat, rubbish, boys. Rubbish. Let's get this up. Basic ultimate, eh? This is going to be heaps of bosses. Let's see how good we get with OA. If you guys do hear any commotion in the background, it'll be the puppy. The puppy will be not impressed, boys. Not impressed he's kicking it back there. Now I'm a little bit like about running too high of a range if we're running OA. Like, I think in best conditions you're going to have a shorter range, but like a lot of crowd control working with you to kind of make OA shine. But we'll just roll with that, boys. We'll just roll with that. We'll see what that looks like, eh? What's this? Max wave 65. Ooh. Holy moly. What is that? Boom. What's that? That takes us to 135 at max. pretty rough bracket, sitting at 23rd. Hopefully don't get jumped. Are you going to buy the package that they released? Me? Nah. No, I won't be buying anything. I can't see, like, even just the standard packs. Like, everything's so expensive now. Like, for clicks. And probably, like, the two biggest things that I want on my bucket list, we're all getting for free. We're all getting it for free now, boys. Like, we are sailing. Like, no doubt there's going to be something that comes out in this patch. You know, some chase items or something. I think they, if Uncle Fuds and the team have, like, you know, I wouldn't say wizened up. What's a better word? I suppose there's lessons in everything, and probably one of the lessons that they could take from the way that they designed the key system and the vault is that it is a ridiculous idea to lock quality of life behind an in-game system. And hopefully they've like learnt their lesson of that. Because all it does is it just creates like a big disgruntled player base. Damn. Damn. So whatever the next chase item is, it's not going to be like super quality of life stuff, so it's got to be something else. So the question is, my muckles, what is the something else, boys? What is the chase item aside from more power? I feel like a smart system would be something that can help people like diversify the builds. That's what I feel like a smart system would be. And a good example of that is assist mods. It just spices it up for the player base. Oh, Sang's asking if JR's EHP or glass cannon. I think he's EHP with a bit of damage in there. How's the Tiny Terror doing, dude? He's an absolute legend. I was just saying earlier, bro. These whole last couple of days have just been all around the Tiny Terror, bro. He's so smart. I don't think I've ever like come across a dog that's that easy to train. Like, he's taken to the leash fine. He understands potty. He's got, like, I'll call it 3 crates, but it's not 3 crates. So he's got 1 feeding crate. Tell you what, boys, he fucking loves that feeding crate. He could spend his whole life in that feeding crate if he could. Fuck, we'd have gone demon already. Okay. He would spend his whole life in that feeding crate if he could, boys. The other thing is, he's got 1 more that isn't really a crate, but it's like his little posse for when he goes outside. And you wouldn't believe it, boys, but it's definitely one for once we start in our tourney, and you guys are gonna crack up on this. It's been a very eventful process getting old little mate the King Charles. Probably the hardest thing we've dealt with is like, what do we even call the little Tiny Terror, eh? Like, we came up with all sorts of names, boys. Like, trying to like, what do we call this little joker? So we started with like, my missus cracked up because the difference between fellas at my work and what they recommend the name should be versus people at her work, we're just like complete polar opposites, boys. Complete polar opposites. she cracked up because she's like, the names that the boys at your work liked versus the names that people at my work liked is like super Neanderthal of the people at my work. I'll give you some examples. So here's what. So he's a king English. Oh fuck, what are they? He's a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. If that's not like something in a nutshell. So like Spaniel's like the type of dog. Don't get it confused with Spaniel. Spaniel's like the type of dog. And I suppose his title, or whatever, of the breed is a King Charles Cavalier. So we were trying to roll with something that, like, is similar to the theme. Like, you know, of, like, whatever that breed is. Like, what sort of... So we were like, you know, like, Dutch. Like, what's all the sort of titles? Earl, all this sort of stuff. And here's, like, one of the names that I come up with. Sirloin. Sirloin, boys. My missus is like, you can't call him sirloin. Like, how the fuck are you gonna yell that out when you're down at the dog park? Sirloin. Yes, I can yell it out easily. And then all the boys at work were just like rolling, eh? They were like, sirloin, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. And then other ones, so we live down a street called Edinburgh. And then King Charles was the Duke of Edinburgh. So we're like, call him Duke because he'll be the Duke of Edinburgh. And then we're like, well, what's some English lingo? And it's hard because, like, the standard sort of English lingo we know down here in the countries that were colonized from them is like way different. Like, we got our own fucked up lingo going on down here. So half the lingo, like, we don't really understand. So the name that we kind of settled with for the little fella is Quid. And if you're wondering what quid is like another word for saying buck. Buck, dollar, whatever, pound, whatever. It's kind of like their own version of saying like that. What's this? Tower health. So I think we're pretty much rolling with Quid. But yeah, man, he's super cute. He's so chill. Well, actually, he's a bit of a psycho, boys. I won't say that he's so chill, because he is actually a little bit of a nutter. He's a wild cunt. But I tell you what, boys, Macho Man is not impressed. Macho Man is not impressed. Although Black Hole cannot stop range ultimate attack, Black Hole can keep them away from your tower. What up, Clouder? Good luck today. Whitey, what's good? Good luck in your tournament too, bro. You could try G-Comp with Prim C. Another great option. The idea is just try to fend them off as long as you can, and then be prepared for when they neutralize your tower for that time. Because once one kind of shoots you, neutralizes you, the next one jumps in, and it's just like this. It's just this fucking epic snowfall of everything just slamming at you at the top end of your waves. Clouded is free to play? Not quite free to play. If you want a bigger range, 120 should be good. Apparently bot range only scales up to 120. That's interesting. Level 13 in the lab. Interesting. So like beyond that point, it just doesn't keep growing. They did say the vault was getting reworked, so we'll see what gets changed. Yeah, I'm super interested in seeing what changes they make. Like, I'm assuming that the presets are for free for everybody to use, and to respec the presets, you've got to pay the gem cost, and the vault unlock will be a discount or a free respec ability, if that kind of makes sense. So it kind of puts it into a need to have category in order to like unlock it, into moving it into a nice to have. But if you already got the presets, how often are you really respecing? Hoping for a third tree that focus on ultimate weapons. Dude. There it is, boys. That'll be dope. Like one that gives you like extra quants on your chain lightning. One that gives you extra quants on smart missiles, like all sorts of stuff. One that beefs up your gold tower. So many cool things I can imagine. Because there's not, well, as far as I know, there's not really things in the vault tree. I haven't really explored the power tree, but there's nothing really in the vault tree that are kind of like flat out works on your econ. It's just like it increases your econ after the fact sort of thing. Like let's say bot presets, for example. You know, it can like increase your econ by having the ability to preset farming ones and not having to compromise between tawny and farming. And then like workshop presets as well. So it's like orb slider, all these things like increase your econ, but like kind of like indirectly increase it. So it'd be interesting if they brought some stuff out that's like directly for econ. My son's just taking the puppy out toilet, so my phone is gonna go nuts as the cameras are gonna be letting the whole world know what old mate's up to. How do we mute this? There we go. Ran the first run with enemy balance card and now running the second without. Probably definitely helpful without the enemy balance. Enemy balance is probably going to create more ranged enemies and they'll just be an absolute pain. A crafting system. Build your own modules. Dude, a crafting system would be dope. Like introducing different currencies that drop that we can farm up. And we can craft something, maybe something that's different to the module system. Like its own separate thing would be super dope. Hey bro, good luck in the tourney. Hope the puppy is choices. Boys. So we did it on the stream. So we did the gender reveal with Mr. the Legend Sirloin. Rappaport, what's good? Glad to catch, bro, dude. You're glad to catch the stream, dude. I'm glad to catch up with you, dude. Bro, I've been missing you, dog. I've been missing you, man. I'm sitting here patiently waiting for you to come back to us. The Monterey, is the Monterex present? I'm not too sure. B Taylor, what's good? On this Hope It's Bot presets time, I'd have to get a ridiculously lucky bracket. And considering the battle conditions, I'm assuming that it's going to be pretty rough to get some good waves. Swag, what's good? Cheer, bro, what's up? Cad, sup, Clouded. Harmony is quality life, and the power is just stat increase. Bro, I'm not going to lie, I haven't really looked at the power. Like, I heard there's like, you can get extra orbs and all sorts of shit. Power tree is bot range and coins per kill bonus nodes. Didn't even know that. Bro, bot range is huge. How many meters does it give you? I got a normal bracket looking like 6 keys. Let's go. Shout out to the lads in the G-Trap. Morning, evening. Hope the runs are going well. Quick Night Gaming. What's good, brother? What's good? Yeah, so I gave you fellas the gender reveal. Rappaport, dude. Bro, you ain't got a dono to kick it, dude. Bro, what an absolute legend, bro. What an absolute legend. You're the man, bro. Appreciate you, big dog. Alright, boys, you know what time it is. Babe. The boys want to see 200 motorboats. Oh, I mean, I can motorboat you for... Do I have to get my puppies out for the boys? For the mobos. Dude, you're the man, Rappaport. Bro, you're the man, bro. She said next time. She said next time, boys. Hey, you said next time, eh? Just, yep. Rappaport wanted to see the mobos. Never mind the free bot presets, boys. We're here for the mobos. Oh, boys. So we did the gender reveal of Little Mr. Sirloin. Call him what you want. The Duke of Edinburgh. Mr. Sirloin. What did we end up calling him? I think we're rolling with Quid. And so the next day, we got into like one of those modes, and I was like, shit, what are we gonna do for work? So then we're like, the hardest thing with a puppy, if you intend on having the puppy inside a lot, is not confusing it around potty training. And it's a really hard thing to get, so that you don't have a dog that has heaps of accidents. I've been pretty fortunate with my dogs, but then I'm no stranger to dogs having accidents. Like, especially my older girl, once she got older and like can struggle to stand up and all that sort of stuff, like a lot more accidents start taking place. And that's a little bit different to a dog that's in its prime or whatever, and just as much as it's a little bit different to a dog that's a puppy. You know, they're going to have accidents and that sort of thing. So sorting out the potty training is kind of like paramount to like establish kind of like what's acceptable behavior and what's not. And definitely, you're fucking pissing inside my house. It's not acceptable behavior. You're going to get a fucking hiding. So then we sat there and thought, well, fuck, we've got to go to work on Monday. None of us are going to be home. What are we going to do with these fellas? So then we started looking out at the section. Now, I've still got the big boy, if you guys remember the photos of the big boy that I got out the back. So, old little tiny terror, old little sirloin, he can't go up there with the big boy. The big boy will just... It'll either go two ways, boys. He's either going to turn into a sir, or he's definitely going to be a sirloin for him. And there's no point risking a new pup when, like, realistically, the big fella probably won't make it to summer. You know? He's old, he's sick, he can barely walk. He's got elbow dysplasia in both elbows now. First it was one, and then the overcompensating on the other ones. He's now got elbow dysplasia in that one. He's just an old boy. He's worn out. And so we started looking at like little sections on the property where we could put old mate. So then we thought, okay, what we're gonna do, we'll grab a crate. We'll set a crate up. We will close off all the doors to the hallways and just have a 1B line, straight line that goes towards the kitty door, and then he can use the kitty door to get outside to go potty. And we'll lock another dog up with him. We'll lock up the Matcha Man with him, and the Matcha Man can teach him, you know, how to whatever, how to be a proper citizen in this household. But then going back to the conversation of like the potty training is like a really hard part in it. It's like I don't really want to do that because he's not quite at that age. Like maybe if it's like 4 months or 5 months, you start giving them like a bit more leeway. But at 8 weeks old, it's kind of like way too young. But then we went outside and went to the section and shit, and it's like, well, you can't really have an 8-week-old pup just rolling free out in the section either. Now, it's not to say that I haven't done it before, because I've done it with my other dogs. I got one of them when he was 5 weeks old. Boys, throw him out like some Jack and the Beanstalk shit. Throw him out, see if he survives. It is what it is. Heat up a water bottle, fill up a water bottle, heat it there, keep warm. You'll be alright, you'll survive. 4 or 5 days of being a helly bag and crying, and they eventually get over themselves. But, you know, with these fellas, these are handbag dogs. You know, they're not pitties or bulldogs or anything like that. They're not like coming from the bully breeds. So, you know, they're not as hearty, boys. You can't be so rough with them. So it's like, okay, let's look around. And then so we go, well, what about if we get rid of the kitty door? Even though kitty door's fine. We get rid of the kitty door. We put one of the dog doors on. We get a crate. We push the crate up to the door. And then while we're at work, the door stays open, like the flap stays open. And then they can pass in and out through the crate. If you want to sleep, you stay in the crate. If you want to go out, you jump out the doggy door. Oh shit, already demon mode. So then it's like, okay, maybe that's the go for us, boys. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. So when we go into the Bunnings is like, I don't know, it's like a chain of hardware stores. All the Aussie boys know Bunnings. So we go into Bunnings, and then they really just don't have anything that we need that we've visualized in our brain of like how we could make this kind of setup work. And like now we're about lunchtime or afternoon on a Sunday. We got work Monday, boys. So it's like, fuck. It's like, what are we going to fucking do? We need to hurry up and sort something out because we got to get to work. And then we were like going around, and my wife was like, what about that? And I'm like looking, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, boys, it's like a rabbit hutch. A fucking rabbit hutch. I was like, nah, you can't put him in a fucking rabbit hutch. And then she's like, yeah, just fucking stick him in the fucking rabbit hutch. And then we looked over, we were like, oh my god, boys. It was a chicken coop. And we're like, whoa, fuck, should we just go, fuck it. We can build all this shit, and we can build that wall, like fucking Uncle Donald Trump said. We can do all that shit. We can fucking cut holes in the doors and put bigger fucking panels, and fucking, or we can just skip all of that and get a fucking chicken coop, boys, and stick the fucking cunt in the chicken coop. So we're like, oh, we'll think about it. So we go off to another place. We go and buy some other stuff, buy crates and all that other little stuff for him, so that we can start getting him into his crate training. Because crate training and leash training is one of the most important things you can do with your dog. Got to get it fucking crate trained and leash trained. So it's like, okay, we'll go and do that. So we go and pick that stuff up, and then we go, fuck it, who cares? Let's just buy the chicken coop and let's just roll with it. So we head back to Bunnings. Now it's late in the afternoon. We head back to Bunnings. I'm in a Honda Civic sedan. And I'm going, fuck, I wonder if that thing's going to fit. So I pop the seats down in the back seat. I grab a tape measure, and I measure to the back of the front seats. And I measure to the back of the boot, and I'm going, oh, we might be super close here, boys. What we're going to have to do is we might have to get a bungee, so bungee the boot down. So, sweet. Let's do the mission. Oh, shit, how wide is it? So I measure from one pillar to the other pillar. So I've measured that way to the seat, and then go one pillar to the other pillar, and then measure to there, and then go, okay, we might just have enough. And like, if we're spitting numbers out there, because obviously I don't remember what the fucking measurements were, but if we're spitting numbers out there, we'll say it's something like 1.8 that way, 1.6 that way, cool. And then at like 1.2 this way. And it's like just, boys. Like, let's say the gap was like 1.25 or something. So it's like, okay. It might be right on the Limmy Bash, right on the run dun 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 dun. We might be right on the Limmy Bash, boys. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to go into the shop, go into Bunnings, get the fucking thing, get a bungee in case we need to bungee down the boot, and get a blade. And if worst comes to worst, we'll open up all the boxes, we'll strip all the shit out, and we'll just shove it in the back of the civvy. So like, sweet. So we go into the store. Boom. Measure up the box. Boys, we're like 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters off. It's like, oh, we can make it fit. If we cut the box, we're probably going to get a little bit of ground back. So we load it up on the cart, we go to take it to the thing, and then I don't click, and then my wife's like, babe, it's a box. The box says 1 of 2. What? It says 1 of 2. There's a second box. So I go, oh fuck, no shit. Lucky. That could have turned out bad. So you get the second box, put that on to the cart that we got. The cart's super oversized. Like, carts like this, it's like super oversized, shit's hanging off, all that other carry-on. And then my wife goes, I think it looks bigger. And I was like, does it? And she goes, nah, it's fucking bigger. And then I was like, oh, fuck's sakes. And then I was like, here, we'll measure it up. It is bigger, boys. It's like, damn, what are we going to do? And I got my daughter in the back seat. So I'm like, oh, my daughter's just going to have to sit on the floor. And then she's like, should we drop her off? Should we drive back 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever, drop the kid off, come back and do it? And I go, what should we do? And I'm like, fuck's sakes, what do we do? What do you reckon? And then she's like, should we just YOLO it? And I was like, fuck it, who cares? Let's just YOLO it. We'll strip it out the boxes. We'll just get it all in the car. We good. We Gucci, fam. We good. So we go up to the counter. We buy the shit. We got the knife. We got the bungee. Fuck. We got the rocket launcher. We got everything that we need to get this fucking chicken coop into the back of the Civic. We pull up to the Civic. We drop the back seats. Boys, slide the first box in. Boom. Sweet. Sweetheart, you're not gonna be able to. You're gonna have to sit on the floor or something. Like, you're just gonna have to boot it. So she's like, yep, sweet. Get the next box. Fuck. It's like, fuck. It's like, mother. Fuck, it doesn't fit. So I'm like, fuck it. Okay, let's get it all out the boxes. Boom, whip out the craft knife, the Stanley, whatever you want to call it. Start slicing up the boxes, start pulling everything out. We're good, boys. We're Gucci. We're getting everything. We're going to get everything in. We're good, fam. We're good. We cracked it. Open up the next box, and it's all the side panels. And you know, whenever you buy something, boys, and it's always in 10,000 pieces, and you go, oh, fuck, now I've got to put the legs, you know, and the legs on the board, and the board on the side, and the top on the top, and the green grass grows all around. It's like one of those ones where it's like, for the first time that I've ever bought something that ever was going to have instructions, why did it have to be this time that actually everything is hard kind of assembled and screwed in and fucking stapled in and everything as giant complete panels? And I took one look at it, pulled the shit out, and I was like, fuck, this shit's not going to fit. It's literally the same size as the box. It's not even like these are the beams and this connects into that. It's all fucking hard connected together. You go, fuck. Oh, shit. No, we're fucking fuck. No, cut all this shit open and take it inside. So then my wife's like, okay, I'll start making some calls. So we can't get a hold of anybody. We can't get any numbers. Remember, I'm just in the Civic. I'm not in a fucking Toyota Hilux that... I'm not in a Luxie that all those soccer mums drive with the 50 cal on the back off to do some fucking Al Qaeda shit on their way to Kmart after picking up the 6 kids from school. But then one of those just kicking in the back of the Civic. So go, fuck. So we start fucking looking around. We're like, what are we gonna do? What is the go here? What is the go here, boys? How do we solve this equation? Nobody's answering the phone. It's late in the afternoon on Sunday. Other people that we know that are in town, they're like off in different, like there's just, it's not the timing, boys. So sitting there thinking, okay, what's the best fucking go here, boys? What is the best go? And sitting out there, looking out yonder, and then we hear, hey, how are you? Where do you guys live? Turn around. What the fuck? And there's this lady standing there. She goes, hi, I can see it can't fit in your car. Where do you guys live? I say, oh, fuck. Oh, we live over in Philly. And then she goes, I'll take you. And we're like, what? She says, alright, go on. I'll take you. She goes, we've got 2 cars over here. My husband's in one. I'm in another work car. If you need to get back to Philly, I'll take you. Where do you live? Oh, up by the petrol station on the da-da-da-da. Cool, I live right by the park. I'm just around the corner from you. I'll take you. And like, it's one of those things, boys, where I feel like we always do good things for people, but good things doesn't always get done for us. Or it's a very rare occurrence that good things get done from us. And I don't mean like this, boys. You are a classic example of always showing up and showing love and that sort of stuff. I'm talking like IRL, day to day. You know what I mean? It's like we do a lot to help heaps of people in that, and then you guys know the drill. Heaps of the times it doesn't get reciprocated. And it was like so foreign to see a stranger offering help. And it was like, kind of took me back. It's like, I thought it was like one of those ones where they're like, ha, tricked you. Because I seen them come to their car or their trucks were like behind us. And I seen them come to the car and I seen them looking. And my first thing was when I seen them looking was like, oh, these cunts are going to sit here and laugh at how fucking stupid we are. Because, you know, that's what everybody's like. And then she comes over and she goes, don't be silly. I said, are you sure? She goes, yeah, chuck one of you's in the car with me. You go in the other car. You know, we can either follow you or the other person could take us to your house. And it's no problem. We're literally going to the same place. I said, alright, we'll go over. We're next to a petrol station. We'll go over to a petrol station. I'll fill your car up, give you gas. She goes, nah, don't be stupid. She goes, just jump in your car. You know, this is all under the assumption it's going to fit into our SUV. But if we can get it to fit, I got you. So it's like, oh, fuck, no shit. Boys, chucked it in the car. Fuck, we're away. Driving back to run dun 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 dun. Boys, we're run dun 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 dun. We're back fucking home. We fucking got the chicken coop at home. And this is all in an event. Like as a, fuck, we got work on Monday. What are we going to do with these fucking dogs? And we got the chicken coop home, boys. We fucking got the chicken coop. We got the chicken coop home. In the power tree, each bot range node is 2 meter. Holy shit. And there's 4 of them. 8 meters bot range. Holy crap. Mobo's greater than presets 100 times. Follow Gizhori. Hello folks. Shadow Saber, what's good? Poor Bogger, do you ever look at him and think, Frio, Uncle Reggie was the Bunnings is like Home Depot. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. Same thing. Same buzz. Same buzz. Good luck, Clouded. Gotta head to work, dude. Eat the Fleet Jr. Bro, the man. The mantis. That's the way it's always got to go. Dinos, what's good? What's good? Dinos is shouting out to Rappaport. Oh, how nice of Mrs. 50 Cal. On the weekends, gun blazing into Kmart, bro. Like on that fucking with all those like Hamas flags looking fucking things, boys. All those Hamas looking flags. That's what all the mums are driving around in New Zealand, smashing over curbs, pulling up, pulling up to the kids' training. Go 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 go, go 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 go. It's always it's good story time when chat comes to a complete stop. Boys, honestly, it was like, if you like put yourself in the shoes, because it's like, fuck, it's like, boys, we're not talking about we're got like a pup that's like a shelter rescue pity, you know, that's crossed with 19 other things. You're talking, where is he? Come here, come here. Like, look at this, boys. It's worth more than my car. It costs more than my fucking car, boys. Costs more than my car, this little fucking sucker. And it's like, and then you're like, got him, and then it's like, fuck, we're gonna put him, and it's like, can't fucking have him fucking up the house. Hold on, I'm sure he needs to go potty. He just went. Sure. Sniffing around. I have to give him a hiding on stream if he fucking... Nah, he's just going crazy. He's chewing on balls. And then it's like, we got this dude, and then it's like, gotta put him in the hallway, and then it's like, fuck, where we're gonna put him, and it's like, you know, dun 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 dun, and it's like, in a chicken coop. It's like, get the fucking chicken coop. The chicken coop doesn't fit. Fuck. What the fuck? It's like, emotions are all over the place. Fucking tired. It's a hot minute before you gotta go to work next day, and it's like, fuck, what the fuck are we gonna do? So we get the chicken coop home. Massive thank yous to these people, and it's like, fuck, you sure you don't need anything? Do you want something? Can someone take this dog? I don't believe you that he doesn't need to go. So then we set up this chicken coop, and then we've got the ordeal of like, okay, well, what does tomorrow look like? So the whole game plan is we got to get this fella out into the chicken coop. But then being only 8 weeks old, boys, you know what it's going to be like. They're going to be screaming and hellybagging in it, and then you know that your neighbors are going to get absolutely pissed off that you've got a dog screaming and hellybagging for hours on end. So then we go, okay, well, what we can do, we'll put the Macho Man with him. So we'll get them into the chicken hutch. We'll put them in, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever, when we've got to go to work, or when the kids get up for school. We'll put them in the chicken hutch. We'll put 2 of them in there, and like, the hope is that they play. So we do the first day, we put them in the chicken hutch. And I tell you what, boys, the Macho Man was not impressed. We fast forward to this morning, and the kids go to put them in the chicken hutch. The kids go to put them in the chicken hutch, and they're doing nothing but trying to... Macho Man's doing nothing but trying to attack the poor fella. So like, they go to put him in, and it's like, you're putting him in like that, like to go into the chicken coop, and then like going like that, but on the receiving end, he's like, ah! This guy's like, it's your, like, wants to get him like the Simpsons, and they, like, it's your fault we're fucking putting this thing. I was trusted before you came into this bitch. So they've got a very interesting relationship at the moment. Macho Man's not taking Tom very well. But you have to understand why we got the little fella. So my wife's changing jobs. I don't even think that I mentioned this to you fellas. So my wife works in mental health, and she's taken up a job at, of all places, my work, boys. So she's coming to where all the crazy work yarns are, or should I say the filtered version of the crazy work yarns. My wife is coming to my work to boss us all around. So with the change of occupations, and Macho Man was a therapy dog at her work, so she could take him to work and he can be with, you know, the Downies, whatever, and do the therapy Downy stuff. Well, now you can't do that anymore because you're coming to a meat processing plant. So, okay, he's going to become a home dog. So his whole life, he's a companion dog. His whole entire life, ever since he was a little baby and we first got him, he's always been around people. He's always been with my wife at work, or he's always been at home with us. He's always been around, like, all the Downies at work, whatever. And so he's just always with someone. So we started trialing him to start weaning him off going to work and just being at home, because that's what he's going to have to, that's how his life is going to change now. His whole existence, what he's known, is going to change. So then he kicked back with our girl, our Pity. She's an old girl. And we set the cameras up so we could tune in and watch them. And he did nothing but sleep all day. He just chilled, slept all day, whatever, waited for us to get home, take him out, toilet, whatever. It's all goods. But then I started thinking, like, my girl, she is sick and old, and was like right on the way out, could barely move. Like they always say, like, you'll know when your dog's at the end of its time, because it'll stop trying to find the sunlight. And she was getting to that stage, like where they follow the sunlight around in the backyard or in the lounge, wherever that sun moves. You know, like if the sun's shining through that window, and then like through the course by lunchtime it shines over that one, they move position following the sun. The dog's on its ends when it stops following that sun. It follows that sun for so long, and then it's just too sore to get up. And she was right at the end. So it's like, okay, well, we'll get the next dog. She can teach the next dog how to be the toughest fucking cunt in NZ, because she's the toughest cunt in NZ. Boy, she's so tough and so smart. She figured out how to open up the windows to the house so she could sit at the window. We had a couch posted where she can sit there looking at the window all day, wait for the postman or whoever the fuck is outside. She learned how to open the window, jump outside, attack them, and then run back inside the house. So some fucking cunts coming around, like, doing whatever, I don't know, we're here to survey your property, whatever. You know, you get like Jehovah's Witnesses or saying, knocking on your door, she open the window, come out, give them the Bobby Green, and then run back inside the house. So it's like, okay, well, on our last legs, we can get her to teach the next pup how to be the toughest cunt in NZ. And then she can go on her journey into, you know, the next version of her journey. And what it did is when we got him, it actually brought her back, boys. It fucking brought her back. She full came back. A lot of the growths and the weird shit that was going on with her just disappeared. So it brought her like another 6 months to a year. But she's kind of getting it back now. Like it's kind of time for her now. That Lisa life of having, you know, a puppy in the mix or whatever. It's running its course now. So there's the potential that, you know, she might not meet summer too. So I got 2 dogs completely old, done for, on their way out. And then I was looking through the camera, and like I seen the Macho Man. And my girl, she's old as, so she just does nothing except for try to post up for the sun, try to find the sun all day. But he's only a year old. He's only a little baby himself. And like, I love that little dude, the Macho Man. I love the Macho Man so much that I don't want him to live that life where he's doing 2 cents of fuck all, sitting in the lounge after being with people all day. And if like a dog ages like 6 to 8 years to a human year, if you're gone for a 10-hour day, that's like an 80-hour day for them boys. You know what I mean? I don't want him to do an 80-hour day by himself waiting. So then the idea was like, okay, we'll get him a mate. And then when we're all talking about it afterwards, we're sitting there cracking up laughing because we're like, we just bought our dog a toy puppy. Because that's, in reality, it's not like we're buying it for ourselves. It's not like, oh yeah, I want another puppy, da 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 da. It's like, I'm buying a puppy so that the dog that we have doesn't feel lonely and upset. So we bought them. We bought our puppy a pet puppy. But it's not turning out too well, currently, as it stands. They should, eventually smooth over to each other, and it's not the baby that has the problem, it's the Macho Man. Macho Man doesn't like his new toy, because if it wasn't for his new toy, he wouldn't have to get locked in a chicken coop, or wouldn't have his peace disturbed. So he's not really liking this new toy that he's got at the moment, boys. But they'll come around. I suppose the only bad thing is the shame is my girl never taught him how to act like that. She taught him perfectly. Like, she's so good with pups that, like, she lets them play rough, and then she also disciplines them if they're getting too rough. So if Quid and Macho Man get too rough, she'll run in and she'll fucking toes them up and give them a hiding and say, that's enough, there's too much there. But look, he's adjusting, boys. He's a spoilt little brat. He's adjusting, but he should come around to it. But I know for sure he definitely blames the bro for a lot of shit. Blames the bro for a hell of a lot of shit. He's stuck there in the chicken coop, and then you go to put the puppy in, boys. And he's like, as soon as you go put him in, he's already fucking giving it. You fucking cunt. It's your fault, you bastard. You fucking put us in this shit. It's like the bro just walks past and he can't help but give him a blind shot. Fucking hell, boys. Here he is, he's back. Come here. Come on. Hello. Come on. Come fucking here. There he is, boys. Look at these ears. Look at these fucking ears, boys. Bro, like, has a drink of water, and these things are just, like, drenched in all of his belly. He's a sweetheart. Oh, he's licking the mic, boys. Oh, can you imagine the puppy breath? Oh, the puppy breath, boys. Puppy. Ew, eye boogies. He'll be close to nap time, and then he'll be down for the night. Doing good, mate. Just doing life. Hope all is well with you. Fuck, it has just been absolutely tied up with these dogs at the moment. Oh, I'm sure you guys, you can tell by nothing but doggy talks. What's been occupying us at the moment. Jehovah's Witnesses witness these fangs. But I had so I got these regular too. I can't even remember their names, which is kind of fucking rude of me. But every now and then they come over and they stop in, and I always give them time. Boys, I'll tell you what, like, I hadn't seen them for a while, and obviously, like, work plays a big part. But I think every year they come and see me, and I remember last time I seen them, I said, fuck, I haven't seen you for a while. And I was like, actually, like, what do you actually do for work? And it's this two couple. And they're lovely couple. Like younger than me. Like, I want to say at least 10 years younger, if not more. I said, what do you do for work? They said, oh, we don't like work and like what you would, say as work. And I said, well, what do you do? And they say, we travel around like New Zealand and we build, or rebuild or build brand new new kingdom halls. Kingdom halls is like churches. So, we build new kingdom halls. And I was like, fucking no shit. And I was like, so that's all you guys do? And they said, yep. So people that, belong to the same, they house us, they feed us, like we do all our labor for free, whatever. And, and for our day-to-day life, like when we're not preaching or going to whatever, we're building these new churches and stuff like that. And boys, I tell you what, and I said this to them, I said, every time I see you fellas, you guys look so peaceful. Like, they don't look like they stress over buying a fucking chicken coop to put a puppy in. They don't look like they worry about, like, I don't know, you gotta book in for the dentist. It's not to say that they don't have worries, but I just looked at them and I was like, every time I see you just look so peaceful. Like, are you happy? Are you happy with what you're doing? And then they're like, yeah, we're happy as, we love it. And it just looked like it must be nice, to, not have to turn up. Like, I'll use myself as an example, and maybe you guys have examples in your own life, but it must be nice to not turn up to a machine that's made to unalive every animal in existence. Like, you know what I mean? To put meat on the table for foreign countries. Fucking dogs, fucking puppies trying to get the power cables for the PC. Get out of it. Fuck you. Yeah. Get. He's looking at me like, fuck up, cunt. You know what I mean? Like, if your existence, or let's not say existence, if your occupation of what you were doing was consuming your time, whether you believe it or not, boys, like whether you believe it or not, means nothing. But whatever you're doing, you're contributing to something at least positive in your life or other people's lives. Like, to be able to do that every day and live like a minimalist life and meet like all these other different people from other different walks of lives and just build churches and other people like want to house you and feed you in that. Just the peace that they look like they had, especially for such a young couple, that they found their purpose. Honestly, look, it just looked surreal, if that makes sense. I was just like, damn, fuck, you look like you're winning at life. Like, your version of winning, like, you're absolutely winning. Like, and that's not to say that I don't feel like I'm winning. I fucking struck the lotto, boys. Struck the lotto, even though you don't get the mobos on stream, boys. We're getting the mobos. Okay, we're going to try Space the Spacer. I don't even know what's been killing me because I haven't really been paying attention. I've just been talking too much shit. But something's causing us problems. I know that Rays were clipping us. What the fuck's going on here? Killed by ranged. Ranged. So, what am I missing here? Enemy attack speed. Fuck's sakes. Too much not paying attention. So range and raise. So we need to be able to put off enough stuns. So I don't think having such a big range might be the one. We're going to go a little bit smaller because we've still got Tank's ultimate that we have to contest with. So we're not going to go too big. Alright, let's do this. We're not going to catch the fella that's ahead of us because he's ahead of us by a couple hundred waves, but we're at least going to create a bit of distance. I just got to do 98 meters. And then I'm going to... Bro, this guy is fucking tearing shit up. And I think we go 1.95. 1.95. He's under here. He keeps trying to chew on all the power leads. Yeah, Macho hates his face. Macho doesn't like his new toy. You should bring Macho here. I don't think the boys have seen photos, but they haven't seen the Macho Man in full effect. Boys, this is the golden child. My son went to get him to do something and Macho attacked him. And when I say attack, I don't mean like growl and like snap. I mean like he meant it and he got up like that and just started throwing haymakers on my son. And my son had to like slam him because he's only like 4 kilos. He's like this big to fucking slam him. And he's like, my son's like got him down and he's like, this why you're fucking, he's like in his face, that's why you're fucking stupid, you little cunt. He's like, because you always coddled your whole life. And I fucking cracked up. Bro, I picks him up, slam him, hey, like, fuck you little cunt. Fucking attack. That's why you're fucking stupid, you little cunt. Because you be fucking coddled your whole life. Oh, look, he's hiding underneath the bed. He's so much not impressed by the new pup that he would rather hide underneath the bed. He's like packing his shit, eh? He's like, fuck you cunts. Fuck you. I like it underneath the bed anyway. I actually love it underneath the bed. Qualifies Gringo AI viewers streambot.com. What is that? I'm doing 98 meters, but it might not be ideal. OA is very good for the tank ult. Bro, OA shreds tank ult. Absolutely shreds it. Dude, get out of it. Fuck off. Oh, look, here he is. Here he is, boys. This is the golden child. The boy that's been coddled his whole life. It's alright. There he is. Macho Man. Okay. He doesn't like facing this way, so we're going to have to turn this way, boys. This is the Macho Man. It's not impressed. He actually looks like he's going to bite my face off. Alright, I'm trying to get him to turn that way to the camera. You can see he's not impressed, boys.
Yeah, because the puppy's down there and he's like that from the puppy.
Yeah, they can't see that. This is how he has to be carried around. If you come over here. Hold on. Nah. More. Nah, just standing. Nah, here. And go down. Oh, it's like blurring it out. It thinks you're the background. Yeah, that's the boy that's been coddled. Yeah, he's a little coddled boy. This other cunt's just chewing up my seat.
Kids, quick,
Chuck him with Anu. Get Anu to play with him. Macho Man says he didn't sign up for the shit. Dude, that's what he's like. That's how he's been acting, boys. He's not impressed. He doesn't like his new toy. He wants a refund. He's like, he goes off, if his energy was anything, was an expression, his energy would be, I'm the only baby around here. Like, fuck yous, I'm the only baby around here. Oh, you know what we didn't do, and we can do it now, boys, is we didn't get to check out brackets. So, if you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. Oh, shit. Oh, look at this window where everyone's like super similar. Oh my god. Alright, we got rid of the pup. He's fucking chewing on all the cables. Alright, where were we? Trip stacks. Trip stackser. Alright, let's see how many campers. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh my god. Worst bracket in existence. Okay. Dude, we might not even get keys. We might not even get keys, boys. If we're lucky, we will get 14th or 15th. If we're lucky. But then it's also just rolled over all the stone packs and all those other packs, eh? So that's another thing too. That's another consideration. Let's see if we get a little bit more luck. We're going to change our target priority, boys. Because we're going to get chipped. Raise or ranged? It's either. Because they're pretty much just going to port in and then nuke us. But I'm still trying to figure out how the range came in and we're clipping us so much. Like, I kind of need enough. I can't make the range too big because I need enough landmine stun coverage to kind of stall things to die. I definitely think not having the range up as, or, you know, not paying attention and having the range up in the higher target priority was probably like a bit of a moment. But I'm assuming everything's just wearing us down. And then after that, it's just whatever comes in just chips us. Which must have been the luck of those range. I went down the list of my enemy labs and battle condition labs and rushed the first level of each one. It might be a placebo, but it feels like it's making a difference. I was looking at them today, actually. So these enemy labs. So one's like let's say, where is it? Let's say tank ultimate. So it reduces the effect by 1%. So I'm assuming that the 1% means on like the timer, like the duration. Because when you do that other battle condition lab, I'm pretty sure it's the duration that affects. So like 1% on this duration. Because I think the cooldowns stay hard set. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure that cooldown stays hard at 300 seconds, but it must be this. Because I don't assume that it's 1% of behaving like a boss. So it changes mass and changes like health and all that. I'm pretty sure it's just the duration that it affects. Because what's some of the other ones? Protector's ultimate works like tank ultimate, where it has a cooldown and a down phase and a up phase. So I'm assuming that this is the duration of like that thing. Enemy speed and enemy attack speed would be really good. Like, what would this mean? 1% of its effect. So with range ultimate, oh, this isn't a range ultimate battle condition. I'm pretty sure range ultimate stay as ranged. So it must mean if it clips you, how many times everything's down or your bullets are down. If that kind of makes sense. That's the only thing that I can think. Like how many total bullets down or whatever that effect is. I unlocked the Fleet Labs on 23. That's when I figured I might as well. Yes, for the tank duration. The Fleet Labs. What's the Fleet Labs? What are those? What are those? I didn't even know there was Fleet Labs. I didn't even know there was Fleet Labs, boys. Boys, everyone's so sick at my work at the moment. Like, crazy sick. It's like I haven't been going to the gym or anything because it's like I've just been waiting that I must be gonna get sick soon. Because how could I not? Because everyone around me has been so crook. They're like the enemy labs but for fleets. Overcharged start damage and HP, SAB, oh, interesting. Wow, they must be expensive though. Damn, if Sang TV's still here, without enemy balance, definitely pretty effective. The range card seem to be keeping the range enemies at bay. Yeah, summon and enemy balance can be used at times for benefit, and then other times they can be a bit detrimental. Actually wondering if we move an orb out. We'll see how we can get on without dealing with tanks and that. But I might move an orb out and see if we can just trim down some of the fluff that's on the outside. And then leave the other orbs where they are to try to trim down the tanks a bit. The other thing we can do is we can do a much larger range and then just have all the tanks slamming into the stun line and have the orbs sit there, so just so that they can just trim down all the tanks. That'll get rid of the tank's ultimate as the problem, but it's more like Raisin shit that I'm worried about, just slowly wearing us down. seem to be doing okay. Enemy balance for sure gets my death wave health much quicker. Yeah, that's a added bonus too. I like how they made the change where enemy balance, I'm sorry, death wave charges up an intro sprint. That's such a good patch. Alright boys, bit of a rough bracket. I think it's because the battle conditions are also so easy. We just can't seem to get a grip on it. There should theoretically be good battle conditions for pretty much for everybody. Oh look, we got another visitor here, boys. Mr. Crumpet. The craziest thing is that this guy's going to be way bigger than Macho Man and Mr. Sirloin. He's going to scratch me soon. Like, he should be, yeah, he'll definitely be bigger than both of them, which is absolutely wild. I was like looking at it, it's like, maybe this guy should go in the chicken hutch. Or the chicken coop, whatever you want to call it. Alright, there's Wings. Wings at 13.90. Alright, we need to get rid of the overcharge. Come on. Oh, we're struggling. Boom. Let's see what he took. What did he take, boys? I don't even know what he took. Alright, so I think that's slightly better than where we were. Let's have a look-see. What did we get last times? So, shy of 1,500. Shy of 1,500, boys. I think it's one of those things that even though they're releasing presets for everybody, we'd be dumb not to unlock it since we're like 8 keys away. Because the patch can still be like a month away. And then that's still like a month worth of progression we can get out of it before the rework or whatever. Alright, that's the overcharge down. Macho Man. Macho. Come here. What are you doing? Alright. You want to say hello to the boys or not really? I want to say hello to the boys. Hey? He's not impressed, boys. He's still got a sulky face on. He's still got a he's still got a sulky face on. I'm happy with the preset stuff, but absolutely not the bot presets. They're literally the capstone of the vault and not a quality of life thing. Yeah, they're more of a... Yeah. I think workshop presets is like a quality of life thing. The bot presets. So here's my theory, boys. Here's my theory. Is for the longest time, like right in the early stages when I first bought this game, I never really thought there was value in the battle pass. Like the price of it, like, and it's had like multiple price increases, or at least like where I am it has. The price of it versus battle passes in other games, it's probably the most priciest battle pass like of any game that I've played. And it's not to say there's not other ones that have more pricey ones, of course, but most of them last longer, like 4 to 8 weeks or 12 weeks or something like that, and they give you like a lot more value than what ours is, and ours is only 2 weeks. And I've always thought like they need to increase the rewards in it to make it like more people buy it. You know, make it more bang for buck, especially for how much it costs. And my feeling is for them giving bot presets for everyone, it's because everyone's gonna get more value out of that battle pass naturally by having 2 avenues, one for tournament, one for milestone or whatever, and then one for farm. And the different variations, and then we've got dissonance and all sorts of stuff. So that battle pass is going to stretch a hell of a lot further, because let's just say you can only put medals into golden bot. Well, you will have like the potential of like 3 bots that you can put it in. So it's like that battle pass is stretching 3 ways. And it's not something you have to wait like 2 or 3 years to unlock it. It just means that there will be a natural inflation of everybody's progression jumping up. But I'm stoked with it. I feel like tons of the unlocks in the Harmony tree should be unlocked easier. It's a huge time and key investment that shouldn't be handed out. To clarify, I'm talking about the change to make bot presets free for everyone, is what I don't agree with. Oh, that's what it is, boys, is orb resistance. I was like, why are these orbs not killing anything? It's fucking orb resistance, boys. Wake up. Wake up, Clouded. Right, we already look like we're doing slightly better. Whoa, why are those fasts coming in so hot? Right, we just need a Death Defy, boys. Let's go like this, because we seem to be... Houston, we seem to be having a problem here. We've got to overcharge. It's going to take all of our energy shields. Fuck it all. Look at that. Just lost it all. Oh no, look, we've only got 100 trillion health. Oh look, our packages saving us. Wow, we almost didn't make that. Graham, what's good? What's good? We're struggling a bit this tourney. I think heaps of it's not paying attention. Only an extra 35 waves. Haven't had range ultimate for yonks, and they absolutely wrecked me, bro. Range ultimate is cancer. As soon as one clips you, it's like everything's like zadoomf. Oh, the tanks are in. The tanks are in, boys. This is when I really wish we had the amp bot on. Having that amp bot on was so good, but I really want the coins. I probably should have did was like wait till I unlock the bot presets and then spec out of the amp bot, but we already finished the labs in that, and I was really keen to see how much of an econ jump we got, and we got an absolute wicked jump. Alright, look at that. Surrounded, boys. Alright, here's a ray. Let's see how much trouble this ray gives us. Boom, look at that. Instant. Oh, rough bracket. Holy moly. We still got what? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll be very lucky to get keys this tourney. We'll be very lucky if we get keys. Wonder if there's anything else we can try. Is there anything else we can try? Mass enforcement. It's not really like the tanks, of course they are a problem. It's shit coming in and just insta blasting us. How do we solve those? How do we solve those rays? How do we solve the rays, boys? Because it doesn't matter what we do, as soon as it comes in, it's gonna fucking pound us. How's it going? What's the econ at now? Dude, we are at about 160 Q an hour, maybe just under. Super stoked. It's made things like way easier. So just shy of 4 Q a day. Absolutely stoked. Is there anything else we could try, boys? Just the only thing I'm worried about is those rays. Might just give it one more try of maybe just a big ass range. Like we'll just go here. We'll do the Scarlett Johansson. This is the Scarlett Johansson, boys. If you know, you know. $160Q, what happened? I just tuned in. Oh, dude, so last video. So what happened was like I did the Saturday night tournament, and then I finished that, and then I was like lying in bed, and then I was like, you know what? I've done the tournament and that. I've got a respec here, like a bot respec for free. Like for the remainder of this battle pass, and there's got a new one coming. What I'll do is I'll spec out an amp bot. I'll run until tonight's tourney. I'll spec back into amp bot, like an amp bot gold bot mix. Run this tourney, run with amp bot until we get bot presets. And then I got to like yesterday, I think, and then I was like, you know what, I won't spec into amp bot. What I'll do is I'll change the way my bot is, and then I'll do it under what the recommendations of the other people like suggested to me on the video we put out. So we did it, and this is what it looks like. for context, so a few more clicks left in bonus. And boys, it's been humming. Econ just jumped up. So if I went Goldbot and something else versus that setup just here, there's a 45% difference in Econ. It's absolutely wild. Alright, that should take care of tanks. Now we just have to figure out how to juggle everything else. Yeah, it was absolutely wild. It caught me off guard. You know, I was like quite a few waves beyond the top end of my waves, and then I was like, damn, we've already hit our peak coin of where we were before, and it just kept climbing and climbing. And then pretty much all my coins though has just been going into catching up levels on my modules and just labs. I mean, I might have clicked something into something else. You got an all pro bracket. I didn't really get a very gentle bracket, which is, you know, 2 keys. That means we have to get 6 keys next tourney, which after the rollover, like when there's been a rollover of all the packs, it's a lot easier said than done for me. So I was kind of hoping like if we could get 4 keys this tourney and 4 keys next tourney, we'll be good. That'll give us the 8 that we need, but it just hasn't panned out that way. One of those is what it is. I was just super looking forward to this week's update. Putting out that I unlocked the bot presets, and then using next week to run a bunch of dissonance and catch them up, and then see what kind of difference it makes in our farms. But look, if it means that it delays us another tourney or two than what we could have been, it's all goods. It's all goods. Maybe I should do a respec of my bots. I haven't touched them in yonks. Yeah, so this is what my one looks like. So someone said max the cooldown, obviously get the sync, max the range, max the bonus, and then go into the duration. I put a little bit into duration just because it was cheap. Taking bot from 100 seconds, a 2-to-1 sync, to 50 seconds, 1-to-1 sync was a nice 10% coin per hour jump. Let's go. Also extra 1,000 waves due to it stacking with Flamebot on almost everything. Oh, extra 1,000 waves due to it stacking with Flamebot. Is that the bot stacking with the Flamebot? Extra 1,000 waves. What's the benefit of the Flamebot? Because I can't imagine where you are needing the damage reduction. But then I don't think you've got Flamebot Plus, do you? There's still a chance, bro. 2 keys today and maybe 6 on Saturday. That's the spirit. Yeah, dude. We just get a nice bracket on Saturday and then we're good. Praying the marshmallow gods give you an improper marshmallow bracket. 100%. I heard that bot's duration should be about 2 seconds longer than the death wave duration, which makes it 4 seconds per quant. Yeah, so I worked it out that I have... I can't remember off the top of my head now. But in farm, I've got just shy of 30 seconds, so we're in a pretty good window. We've got about 30 seconds of death wave. Like I could have sacrificed some of this to put it into the bonus. I just threw a little bit in there. Right, let's see if we get much better luck with this one. But in saying that, I think it's pretty clear cut. This is a bit of a rough one. Like these guys here will be pissed. This guy will be pissed. 2,000 waves and he gets 7th. He's gonna, all of these numpties will be pissed. Look at all these guys. And there's still like another 3 that are going to get up there to these sorts of waves. These guys will all be pissed. As you're getting 2,000 waves, and then you end up 10th. Because that's what's going to happen with these fellas. These guys will be pissed. Especially like, let's say you just bought like all the packs. So like New Zealand money, it'll be like 600 plus the other lot. It'll be like $700-800 or something that you just spent. And then the first bracket that you get, you do 2,000 waves and it gets you 4 keys. They'll be like, what? You'll be like, fuck. Fuck this game. Like, I was a bit like that when I got the CF7. Because, you know, that took quite a few stone packs to get CF7. And, like, I got CF7. And then, like, the first thing we're greeted with is, like, Protector's Ultimate for, like, 3 or 4 tourneys after. Or some shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, I just want to play with my new toy. I want to see what it does. Not get like rinsed on some BS battle conditions. Alright, let's see how lucky we are now, boys. Whatever the outcome, I shall just accept the outcome, boys. Bot works differently with each bot. For example, any enemy hit by bot gets permanently tagged. Oh shit. For its interaction with Flamebot. I didn't know that. Buzzy. So they get hit by Flamebot at any point. And the 95 damage reductions multiplied. Some brackets are straight from hell, but the last time I got super lucky and won the first Legends tourney. Let's go. Richard cracked the first. First place, dude. What's first place worth? Don't you get a relic for that as well? How do we view that? Damn, 25 keys, 800 gems, 425 stones. Damn. Bro, that is so good. 10% crit factor. Bro, that's huge. What is my crit factor at? 442. Damage per meter is almost 6. Alright, we need to get a good bracket next tourney so we unlock the presets. Because I really want to next week dedicate like a lot of the day runs into farming up some dissonance. So I'll go back, I'll do a bunch of attack, I'll go do a bunch of the defense because we'll finally have a flame bot. Yeah, man. And then we get to do, what is it? Ultimate weapon. Struggle through the ultimate weapon one. And then after that, then we finally get to do the econ one. And I'm hoping like heck we get a nice progression jump. Alright, we're in the fleet zone now. Here it is, boys. Here it is. The fleet zone. Let's do this. Let's do this, boys. Bro, 10% crit factor is huge. Bro, do you know what's like kind of rubbish? Is the anniversary relics. Like, boys, they're pretty rough. They're pretty rough relics, man. You think like if you got like a 5-year anniversary relic, bro, 5-year anniversary relic Bro, that's like hit me up with like a 20% lab speed or something. 12% lab speed. Something huge, eh? Like, anybody playing any game for 5 years or something like that, for multiple years, dude, I'd be stoked, bro. I'd be stoked if I invented a creation like a game and then somebody hangs around and plays it for years. That's something that I just imagined in my head and went out on a limb, and all the headaches, because you gotta imagine, like, there would have been times when like at which point do you leave the job that you have, you know, that your family thinks you're crazy, that you invented this app and people play it, and you know, like, all of that carry on, boys. And then you'd have like the naysayers, and then you'd have the friends that always back you up, and then you get a bit of success, and then you'd have all the friends that dog on you. Like, everything that would have came with the success of this game. And then, you know, then you can't keep up with quality control, so you got to hire more people. Now you got like HR issues because you accidentally hired someone like me who's extremely doesn't roll with politically correct. Like, fuck, I can just imagine all the headaches. Eagle 6, what's good? Yeah, the yearly relics are not super nice, bro. They're pretty fucking rubbish, to be honest. Oh, boys, I get my 2-year relic this month. Yay, I get 10% defense ab. It seems like most everyone in the top 10 has a lucky first place at some point. I regularly hit 3rd or 4th, but never got in 1st or 2nd. I think joining last second is the easiest way to force it. They should reward persistent players with legendary ones. A new relic. A new relic tier. But I reckon it'll be so trick if we have like a crafting thing in this game, like, bro, re-rolling substats, all that sort of shit. That's the closest thing we have to crafting. I don't know if it's a system that a lot of the broader player base will gravitate towards. But I think people that want to do like unique stuff definitely will come up with unique combinations. But like the whole substat thing is like very similar to ARPGs and how you do the crafting systems. Like for you know, it's just not as, obviously it's not as complicated. It's just like a roulette. Just roll with a percentage based on how you're gonna get something. But you can get some wicked crafting systems in ARP. Like, there's like such a great feeling. Like, if you've grinded for like 6 hours running dungeons or maps or something, and then you get all the currency from that like entire Saturday morning when you're supposed to be out, like when you're supposed to have already mowed your lawns and it's the middle of summer and you haven't even begun it yet and the sun's blazing and you're supposed to like have already done your chores, but you've been stuck like running maps. And then and you get all that currency. It's already like 1 in the afternoon, and you're like, get all that currency, and then just start rolling for your, you know, prefixes or the specific suffix that you want, or you're trying to quadruple prefix on something, or you're waiting for that base item that has the best affix, like. All of that sort of shit, like that feeling there when you get that roll that you want, or that disappointment when you don't get the roll that you want. It's such a feeling. It's such a gamble. Like, especially when you've got that investment that you put that time in. Like, if you're spamming dungeons, let's say a dungeon takes like 4.5 minutes, and you've like min-maxed your build. And then you can run it in like 1 minute and 45 seconds, and you are hitting that shit just again, just rushing to the boss, just trying to like get all those resources, and then you take that whole pool of resources and then just straight into crafting for the Gamba to burn through those resources to get the role that you want, so you can farm, so that you can farm harder. Like, like that's the name of this game, isn't it? What do? We farm so we can farm harder.
He used the steps to get onto the bed.
Oh, there we go, boys. Quid. So, to put this in perspective, so I've been doing luring with him, luring him around, get him lure. Last night, so today, I was doing leash, so getting him to focus on the leash, understand like what the not friction, what's the, like the tension in the lead, what the tension means. If there's tension towards me and you're pulling the other way, like he has to like engage with me to understand that he's not supposed to be pulling that direction. I'm obviously telling him something different. Alright, we're doing better, boys. Fucking hell. So last night we've got these little steps, and the concept of them is like a bunch of little steps, and they are so you can go up the steps and then climb up on the bed. It's like for little dogs or whatever. So I took these steps and I just lured him, the same thing that what I had been doing, and we'll just go next step up to the top. And then like I eventually moved those steps to the bed and just got him comfortable with not fearing them or fearing like the shape of it or anything. Like it's a sensory thing, you know what I mean? So I took him like I moved it and I put it next to the bed and I took him up it, and then I just got to help him up onto the bed. So my wife just came up and she reckoned that because he was just running around like 2 seconds ago, he was running around the lounge chewing on shit. And then he's just taken himself into the room, climbed up the steps, and climbed up onto the bed. Run, dun, 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 dun. Boys. But he's so smart. I was like, this dog gives me like, I'm so smart vibes. That like, we're going to be able to teach him all kinds of shit. Like he's going to learn so many things. It's going to be like, okay, what I need you to do? Like, hey, Quid, come here. Sit. Okay, listen up. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go around the yard 3 times. I want you to head into the shed. I want you to put the washing inside the dryer. When you come out, on your way back in, get the washing off the line. Go inside, make us a tuna salad. When you cut up the gherkins, make sure that the gherkins are small enough to go on top of the corn chips. And then while you're there, get my socks and undies ready for me so I can go and have a shower. Like, this is the level we're fucking with, boys. 8 weeks old. Already figured out how to master the ladder and how to get up. We're up, boys. Now we just gotta, boys, you know what we've got to teach him? This is the true test. We will teach Quidley how to tap gems for us. It's done, boys. This is it. We're gonna sit him next to a second device, and we're gonna teach him how to tap our gems, boys. It'd just be like that. Just pouring the gems. Oh shit. Remember, the creator of Flappy Bird removed the game from the stores because he was getting death threats. Wonder if Uncle Fud's, bro. I reckon 100%, bro. There'd be some wonky cunts out there, bro. There'll be some wigged out cunts that'll fucking be so deep and retarded that like they'll do shit like that. Like, without a doubt. There's some fucking weirdos out there. Legendary. Oh, the yellow relics. Oh, those are the legendary ones. Damn, I think I might get demoted. It's been a good run. It happens, dude. It happens. Especially with the month just rolling over. Like, you always got to keep that in mind. Like, whenever it's the first or just after the first, it's the universal stomp the paw day for all the whales. It's the universal stomp the paw day, bro. I wouldn't go too much into it. Like, you know, It kind of naturally happens. It kind of naturally happens. I mean, the game's about upgrades, so they just need to keep them coming up. And with what's next, with the balance and new people starting tomorrow, yes, player retention on new people's a huge thing. Mastering that player retention. Had my 2-year birthday last week. Let's go. Have you tried Less Range? We did a bunch of runs, but I want to say the first couple runs I wasn't really paying attention. And there's probably like a few little mistakes that I made there. And those were the OA runs. So I made a few mistakes there. That's a bit of a my bad. Another thought I had for version 29. Why can't we change the range and the shockwave size sliders in run? Dude, I always think that. I'm always like, damn, I should have change this or change that. Why can't I just do fucking adjust it? Don't forget the bears, bro. Absolutely, bro. The bro can like pack our lunch for work too. He can just pack our lunch for work. He's a fucking smart little cookie, boys. Boys, he is a smart little cookie. So easy to train. And especially because he's like, I mean, a lot of dogs are, but not all dogs. Like, he's super, like, food driven. And then, you know, everyone's going to be thinking, like, of course he's food driven, he's a dog. But certain ones are food driven more than others, meaning that even though they're food driven, if a cat runs past, fuck the food, I'm eating that cat. You know what I mean? But he's, like, super food driven. So it makes it so much easier to train, because he can just like, he can lock in, like with food dangling in front of him, he can just like lock in. Makes it super chill to work on. Like I've had some real stubborn dogs. Like my boy that's in the backyard, he's probably been the most stubborn. Like he was a real sweetheart or whatever, but I don't know whether he was dumb or or maybe like my techniques weren't working, but he was a bit of a hard cookie to work with, like especially when you're talking like doing like getting them to heal, and like he just took like a lot longer than I suppose what you would kind of expect. Like it was actually like really difficult. Like I used to take him out once a day, and like ideally you'd like be doing them like twice a day for that kind of like that break-in period, and just like it's like it all went out the window by the time the next day come along. You're like, how the fuck did you forget already? Like are you fucking stupid, cunt? Like, you fucking meathead. And then my girl that's inside, like, I never really bothered with her. I tried the most with my boy. And, yeah, just at the end of it, like, I think it's just, it's a combination of, like, I couldn't dedicate enough time to like fully invest in good training, so we'll just call it for what it is. Probably a lot of laziness on my part, and then that combined with real bad anxiety, like massive anxiety, and that's like in part with the breed. Like there's a level of anxiety that they'll roll with. And then, and another part from situations that have happened, and it's created like in him, it created that, I suppose, narrative that everybody's dangerous, and then when they kind of get that, and then that anxiety level builds. It's everyone's a threat. and then they deal with that threat accordingly. And then that's just from stuff that was just out of my control. It's just shit that fucking happens. Shit happens, boys. You don't ask for bad things to happen, but shit happens, and then that's situations that he's experienced, and then however his version of what he takes away from that is that every man's a threat. And then so he as a result, builds up that mentality of all males are threats and all males have to get eliminated. And then now you've just got a fucked up dog with anxieties that hates males. And it's like, fuck, it is what it is, and I'm not blaming just the breed, and then just like his own things as well. I'll put a little bit there too, I probably didn't put enough time in, and then at the same time I probably encouraged a lot of that behavior. So like what we would do is we would have in the letterbox, you got your letterbox where you put the fucking mail in, whatever, you pull it out, and you got the thing out the back, down the bottom, or whatever. We'd put like treats there, and put treats at my front door, and any time a male would come around to the house, he'd get locked away. Like hands down, like never met nobody, no males. But then as soon as like my wife's friends or some of like the girl cousins or something like that come around, especially if people had children, would always bring them from outside, put them inside, and then when they'd come to the door, they would grab a hand of treats, and then they would feed them treats. So in his mind, it develops that thing of women and children are special, and they need to be protected because they always bring me happy things. And then never met a male, so that he knows that any male he meets is a threat. There's a good point and a bad point to it. The good point is he will fuck up any male that comes around. Now, the bad point to it is he will also fuck up any male that comes around. So you then isolate a whole large portion of your family that are males or anybody around, but like it's like standard shit. Like I mean, like maybe to a lot of people it's not, but it's not uncommon for, like, let's say I go around to one of the boys' houses and that, like, you're not fucking with their dog. Like, this isn't like a show and tell. Like, it's like, it's not a macho man. It's not a sirloin. It's not a crumpet the kitten. This isn't a show and tell. We're not going around to be giving belly rubs to no fucking nigger's dog. Like, it's not happening. Like, I'm not fucking with your dog. You make sure when I come around to your house, you lock your dog up and that sort of thing. Like, we're not getting kittens for pets. Well, that's probably not the right phrase, because we did get a bunch of kittens. We're not getting, like, little cuddly things. We're getting dogs with purpose. And the purpose is to defend the household. Like, all the boys I know have all got big fucking dogs, and are there for one purpose, to protect their house and their family and that sort of thing. And that was also, like, I suppose, the mode I was in at that time 10 plus years ago when I got him. So I encouraged that sort of behavior. And then you like, if you encourage that kind of behavior and then events happen, it solidifies it in that dog. So this is what my dad was preparing me for these sort of situations. And then you just create a recipe of what do you call it? I wouldn't say institutionalized, an indoctrinated animal that will enforce the what do you call it? I suppose his it's just all gloves are off, So like we'd have instances where like boys will come around and we'll have drinks and shit and we'll put them off to the side, but you can't take a piss by yourself. So it's like, if you're gonna take a piss, you gotta let me know, because I gotta follow you out to take a piss, so that my dog doesn't fucking kill you. You know, like those sorts of situations. And he'll sit there, he'll try to pluck, he'd try to pluck the boys off one by one. Try to catch them wait in the dark like that. They wouldn't even know he's there. Where's the dog? Wouldn't even know he's there. And he's waiting to pluck them off one by one when they're drunk and taking a piss. But he's not even a bad one. That's a good one that I've had. I've had much worse ones than that. Much fucking worse ones than that. Like, people come around and it's like chewing off the windowsills to try, like eating the windowsills off, spitting out the wood to just try to get to them. Same thing again. It's just that's the time I was on at that age. We're not on that time anymore, boys. We're playing towers. We're training little quids and macho mans. We're getting handbag animals now. We're in a different time now. We're not young anymore. Not stupid. Remember when the disco runs got introduced and the utility nerf? Apparently, we got more than one death threats. Discord, bro, I'm not gonna lie. When Discord and Reddit was in riot mode, I was like this. I was rolling, bro. I found it so funny. I found that it was the funniest thing. And I could just picture these frags. Like, that's the only way to pull it, boys. I'm sorry if you felt some kind of way about that patch too, or whatever. But, boys, absolute shit-eating frags. Like, full frittering out over a game. I couldn't believe it. I fucking couldn't believe it. It was the funniest thing. I was like loving it, and I was so busy at work, and I kept tuning in, and I was fucking screenshotting shit, and I was sending it to friends. It was the funniest, entertaining shit that I'd ever seen in my life. And like, I'm in those highs and lows too. It's like, whoa, look at all these coins. It's like, oh, look at them all go. Ah, they're back. Like, and then like, just cunts fucking losing their shit. I was just like, look at these fucking frags. Like, I bet in real life you're an absolute fucking frag. Like, in real life, like, if you were like one of my staff, like, we would thrash you. Like, you're like, you get the shittest job, and I bet like in real life, like, complete pussios. And then, but like on the internet, like, yeah, huh? And then, well, yeah, and then you need to die, Uncle Fuzz. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, you guys might see it different. You guys might see it different. You guys might think that's a bad take, but I guarantee you that is 100% the take. That they are little fucking weirdos. Little weirdos, bro. In real life, and then on the internet, it's like they're playing their alter ego or whatever. It's that you get it heaps in gaming and shit, and on the internet and that, because it's that what is it? It's that power fantasy. You know, they get the power fantasy. It's just a weird game to get a power fantasy about, because it's a tower defense game. But I suppose like, it still creates a lot of that. Like, that's what like a lot of this is. It's like unlock shit. The tower gets more powerful. It's the power fantasy that all the, you know, it's the build and spends, the power fantasy, upgrade, move up, so and so, rinse and repeat. It's probably just, it's a unique one in its own sense, because it's based around a tower defense and not so much like ARPG or MMO or something like that. Like in an MMO or ARPG, you might have like that power fantasy where you've got a Zerg like 100 players on 100 players, and you're like squashing 100 other players in a big Zerg, and it's that thing that you know on the receiving end of that is 100 people's nights that you just ruined in an instant, and they're gonna be salty as. So it's like it's just a weird thing for people to get a fucking to get their frills off, or unfrilled off, or get so fucking, you know, I'm gonna put up a post on Reddit and complain about this. No one fucking cares, bro. No one fucking cares. And maybe I'm like the only one on YouTube saying it, but everyone's fucking thinking it. No one fucking cares. No one gives a shit if you quit. We do have people that we do care, the ones that are our friends and whatever, and then most of it's like, it's a common sense thing. Like, look at what this, you gotta have the game running all the time. It's gotta be running on a device, or it's gotta be running like on a cloud phone. Like, it's an expensive screensaver to keep online and like to keep track with, to constantly show up multiple days a week. To do tournaments, you have to do it. To do the event passes, to complete, like, even though it's an idle game and it's super chill, it still requires like that discipline of, like, while you're on vacation, people are still showing up. Like, while they're on vacation, they are still showing up to organize their tournaments and whatever. You know, it's a slow burn, and it's a big dedication from the player base of the type of people, and like, for those sorts of reasons, I can see why people get super wound up about certain things. But like, in cases like that, with that dissonance and that, fuck's sakes. I was having a blast though. I was having an absolute blast watching cunts have meltdowns. And I'm sure I wasn't the only one. I bet there were thousands of people loving it too. Like, the thousands of normal cunts out there were like looking like, what are these frags on about? Like, definitely you got bullied in school. Definitely you got bullied in school. Fuck's sakes. Fuck, give me my coins back. Oh, fuck. Like, hey, look, there's obviously like a bit of truth and or whatever, like, to the, like, yeah, things could have been this and could have been that. Of course, nobody's saying it shouldn't. But fucking hell, you can't send the Wizard of Oz, Uncle Fudd's threats about that sort of shit. And especially if you're not going to follow through. Like, because you guarantee the people that are saying it, bro, wouldn't be able to fucking hurt a mouse. They wouldn't be able to hurt their lawns if their mum asked them to go mow them, let alone go and hurt somebody in real life. Like, fuck's sakes. I don't know though, guys. Maybe, again, maybe it's just a bad take, boys. Maybe it's just a bad take. I remember I was mid-run, and all of a sudden my coins was halved. I was the same. I went from one, because like me and XL Daily, I was like running over his department like with that patch. I was like, fuck, check this out, check this. We were like, all that sort of shit. I remember running over to his department to show him my coin gains. I stopped because I'm dealing with an issue, and I'm like dealing with this other company, like their person or whatever, and I'm like dealing with that, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to talk about work, I want to talk about the tower. I go to run over, I look down to check on my run, and it's like my coins dropped as well, and I was like, oh, I didn't even get to show him. Fuck, I should have took more screenshots. Boom to Brazil. Who's looking forward to bot respecs and all the pause too? I am. The inflation and legends will be, yeah, dude, and especially people that will benefit will be people that have played longer. So like, the longer you play, the more medals you've accumulated. So people are definitely gonna, people who have played longer are gonna be the winners out of that. Never underestimate how fucked up people can get when they don't touch any grass. That's it, not enough vitamin D. Who knows, real life must just be like the tower, farming every day just to spend earnings to unlock things, bro. Hands down. That's all it is, boys. We go out in the hamster wheel called society. We farm all day just to fucking... Just to unlock things in life. And hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're good quality of life things, boys. State of Survival is that kind of game. I can imagine. Desyncing BotBot and GoldBot was not my smartest move. That will cost me a lot of coins till I get the labs done. That's where I was mucking around a bit. Was like sussing everything out for the labs. I'm super stoked about the bot presets. Me too. Me too. I found it the funniest when people threaten to leave the game. That's my favorite, bro. Bro, you know what, boys? I get it all the time at work too, bro. I get all the time from like staff at work. And then they do shit like that. I tell them straight away, I say, fuck off then. You know? Oh, well, I didn't even care about this job, so get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my office. Matter of fact, I'll get the piece of paper to sign you out of your contract. Here's the pen. Here, I'll do it with you. Say the thing you want to say then. I'll say it with you. Same thing. Do the thing you want to do then, bitch. Here, I'll fucking sign it with you. Give it here. I'll sign it with you. I'll hold the pen. You can do it. Because shit like that's toxic. You have one person doing that. If you got 100 people in a box, or hundreds of people in a box, it only takes like 1 or 5 people to stir up heaps of shit. So if it's like the shit stirrers, it's like fuck off. Because it's toxic to the other ones that are good. Or it's toxic to the other ones that don't know their rights. It's like they're all like on the hamster wheel. Same thing, they're out there farming at work so that they can get new unlocks. You know, they're just like, they're like hypnotized. They're on the grind. Leave them on the grind. They don't know that they don't have to work here. And that there's better things out in the universe. Leave them in the machine. Got the gems together to rush the bot down to sync ASAP. Makes sense. Bot presets should stay in the vault. If you know, you know. Labs to go. 5 labs to go. Not expecting a big drop. Yeah, bro, like, without bot, I'd lose 45% coins. It's crazy how good it is. Super curious how the legends will get mixed up ranking wise. I think it definitely favors, like, let's say 2 people are hitting in the same spot. They got similar stone count, but someone's been playing a year longer. The person that's been playing a year longer definitely wins from getting the bot presets. Like unlocking dog. The EHP stuff. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, when we were going over names, it's like, what should we name the puppy? And it's like, call him Epstein. Call him Diddy. Save every damn gem, put it in the lab speed as high as you can. That's what I did. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, look at this rough bracket. Boys, look at this rough bracket. We didn't perform too sharply either. So that's kind of on us. That's kind of on us. So if we're lucky, we'll get keys. But if we don't, I only have myself to blame. Because like we always say, boys, play the tower how you want to play, but don't complain if your tower's shit. We're not going to complain. We're just going to roll with the punches. Man, calling the dog Diddy at the park would be... Bro, I was like thinking of all of those stupid names. I was like, what's all the things from this era that's going on? Do we call them like Hormuz? Do we call them the price of gas? Do we call him Netanyahu? Do we call him Netanyahu, boys? Fuck. Do we call him Hamas? Fuck. It's like, what's all the shit that's been going on? But then, you know, you can't be going down to the dog park and then yelling out, Hamas, Netanyahu, come here, boy. Come here, Netanyahu. You can't be doing that, boys. It'll be diabolical. It'll be diabolical. We probably get some Karen down at the park. I'll probably have to get my son to fight a Karen at the park again. Where shit's going down. Shit's going down, boys. The young fella's got to fight a Karen at the park. Running 7 times at the moment. Keeping the damn 7 times. Holy shit. Diddy with the Midnight Oiler. Oh, little diddler. 40k medals. I imagine someone on version 29, they will do better. But it sounds like tournaments that day will be flipped upside down. Yeah, man. There's like, and a big thing is like getting Antbot Plus. So it's kind of like a smart move to save up enough gems for at least Antbot Plus. And then work on the labs to get things in some form of a sync. So it'll be like my tournament setup would be like Antbot with Antbot Plus and a little bit of Bot, depending on how much medals Antbot Plus sucks, which is probably going to use quite a bit. It's probably going to be super thirsty, but I think it's only like 1,000 and something stones, and we still could potentially be like, I know, like it's supposed to be like in a couple of weeks, but we could still potentially be longer, boys. You know the drill. You know how these things go. And then we've got all the bugs that are going to come out after. It's most likely scatters are going to be a problem again. Most likely we're going to get stuff teleport through our walls. All the standard shit. All the standard shit. Because like Zeratin said, boys, don't ever forget that you are the quality control team. It will go out to the wider. They'll put it out there, and we will be the quality control team. Expiry, what's good? What's good? We're just wrapping it up. How 20 went? A bit rough. A lot of it's my own fault, though. I fucked up the first couple runs, but bit of a rough bracket. We may or may not get keys this tourney. There's a few campers down here. We'll see how it pans out. Bit rough. I hadn't even factored in Antbot Plus. It wasn't something I'd ever considered, as bot respec was so far away. 100%. It's all the stuff that, like, because getting closer to bot presets is stuff that was coming across my mind, but it's also stuff that a lot of people have suggested to me, either like in videos or on the streams and that. Like, a massive thanks to like everybody that gives me things to think about and suggestions and stuff like that. But they definitely said like that Antbot Plus is a bit of a biggie, with the kind of like minor but multiple minor changes or whatever with Antbot that's happened. We'll say it's interactions, like a lot of that stuff, and some of it's unintended interactions. It's just made Antbot Plus super powerful even for Chain Lightning. The only reason they're giving away bot presets is to sell more event passes. Exactly. That's what we were talking about. As purely for the sale of event passes. So you can either boost up event passes. It's either so you got to boost up the event passes to make more people get the FOMO from not buying them, or you have to change. You have to slide. If you're not willing to give more currencies, then you have to change like where that FOMO is. If it's not the FOMO for missing out on the currency, then it's going to be the FOMO from... It's going to feel like... Because you potentially should have like 3 types of bots, like say like a EHP sort of setup, a damage sort of setup, and then like a farming sort of setup to cover dissonance and to cover tournaments and that. The FOMO would be like, let's say you get 1,000 medals from a battle pass or something. You're not just getting that 1,000 medals to contribute to one bot. You're getting that 1,000 medals to contribute to 3. So it's going to feel like, not only am I losing out if I don't get that battle pass, but I'm losing out 3 times harder. So then that encourages people more to buy it, which is a very interesting way of doing it. And then when I seen that come out as like that's what they're doing, that's the first thing I thought of, because I've been thinking, and not being like super vocal about it, but I've always kind of said like they need to do more for the battle pass. I feel like when they brought out things like synchronicity, bot pluses and all that, it's like, you know, at some stage you're going to come to that and you're going to be thankful if you have a lot of medals, so it encourages more of the event pass buying. As like the bots prominence, like yes they were great before, now they're like ridiculously great. So that like could be enough to tip a bunch of people to be buying more frequently the battle passes. But you add something like bot presets and that FOMO is like even more, because you'll be like, every time I buy that battle pass, I don't just get to do 1 or 2 clicks on one bot, I get to do 1 or 2 clicks on 3 bots, which is absolutely epic. It's epic for everybody. It just means that kind of like everybody benefits, so the wave inflation goes up. So just by natural. But that's kind of like the name of the game, isn't it? That the guys that came before us had less tools to solve the problems of those tiers or of those brackets than like what we do when we get to that stage. So we catch up to that stage faster, but they have access to the same tools too. So they also go ahead faster. So it's like, you're not necessarily catching up to a bunch of players faster, because that's not really how the game works, but you catch up to where they were faster because you have access to tools. Like I'm farming tier 18 now. It was so much easier for me to get to tier 18 than a number of people before me, because they didn't have the same tools, and we've got access to more tools. So it means that anybody that comes after us will have even more tools off the rip, coming out with workshop presets and bot presets. They're already up. They're going to have more gems because they're not respeccing. They're going to perform much better in tournaments. They're going to accelerate through things faster from the natural progression. But in the same token, we all get it too. So we're going to accelerate even further because of our snowball. But it just means to get to where we were, it's a little bit easier for them. Each time, each patch, each thing, it's a bit easier for the next generation of people coming up. And then they're going to be able to solve problems a lot easier than what we were in the tiers that we were going through. But definitely the people that benefit from everyone getting bot presets are people that have played the longer. The longer you've played, the more you're going to benefit, because you're going to have more medals naturally. I reckon they're allowing bot presets for everyone. They really should come up with a new league. They're already cock-flocked as it is. Yeah, bro. They need another league. Either that or up the rewards for each league. Yeah, I think they definitely need another league. I suppose the sell one for Golden Bot is an option too. Jesus, they managed to make 2 money currency for the sort of the other stones and metals. Yeah, bro. It's I heard that Golden Bot Plus is like fucking yoked, eh? Like people getting stupid amounts of cells. Event Pass is basically a monthly sub at this point. It costs more than Netflix. It is the priciest battle pass that I've ever paid for in a game. Like when you factor in how many days versus how much it costs, it's the most expensive battle pass. What do you think of the presets for version 29? I'm fucking stoked. I'm so happy. So happy to the point that I might even create a second tower account. Like if they throw auto restart in it too, I'll start a second account. And I won't be putting videos, like I know a lot of people put videos of the second ones or whatever. I just mean for funsies. I'll run a second account. because it'll just auto restart itself. Workshop presets, bot presets. I can just like click a tab. It's in all of my or module presets. I just click a tab. It's into everything that I'll use for a tourney. Push play, go, end it, bang, auto restart, back to farm. Just let it do its thing. Like, it's gonna make things so much like more pleasant for people that are starting out. How are they sorting out the inflation that's coming with this? Even at Platinum, Legends will move to tier 20 and Platinum tier 14. Anything FUDs doesn't give us a new tourney. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing what they do. They will do something. Because I feel like they have to do something. Because there's probably 2, maybe 3 patches there of a missed opportunity of making some adjustments, like real meaningful adjustments to tournaments. So they kind of like they kind of like have to do something. And I mean, if the player base, if like retention and new people are a problem, it's not uncommon to see the first leagues in PvP systems and these kind of idle games to put bots in all the first leagues to accelerate new people up and then compress the numbers of people so they're not across so many different leagues. And it wouldn't surprise me if that becomes a thing where the bottom leagues are just full of bots. Like, we probably wouldn't think it, and you know, there's probably a lot of people be like, nah, they'll never do it because of this and that. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what happens. Just to compress people, accelerate people down the bottom up, have a whole bunch of bots that are just constantly losing, and then accelerate people from the bottom up, throw them up into higher things with higher rewards, fast, you know, to give them that sense of progression. And then bait them in, like, once you get to that platinum kind of champ thing, where like that's when people probably, you know, you feel that sense of progression and becoming fast. There's a bit more quality of life. They won't know a lot of the not quality of life that a whole bunch of people have had before them. And then, you know, it will just encourage people to spend because people will want to, you know, support the game that they feel like they're having fun with. Like that grind at the start won't feel like shitting in your hands and clapping. You know, and we'll just be all the boomers. Well, back in my day, we didn't have auto restart on the lab. We had to start it manually. Like, all of that sort of carry on, boys. I would assume the waves will go up. 0 to the 300 keys defenders. You need auto upgrade button from the Timu Tower. Yeah, dude, they need the auto upgrade button. They need the auto upgrade button. Once we get that workshop presets, I'm taking off all my damage for the farm. How long ago was Legends? 2 years maybe? Close to it. About 1.5 years ago. So I started my game in August and it came out like 2 months after or something like that, a couple months after. It was like near the end of the year. It's been out fucking ages. While they're adding 6 new tiers. Yeah, bro. Doesn't feel right to me, but I'm not a game designer. Yeah. If we don't get a new tier now, I think it'll be version 30. They reckon version 30 is coming out before the end of the year, which probably makes sense if it's August now. Like, throw a bit of a bone for everybody to keep them happy. 2 years is a good run on that tourney programming work. Having a rework every 2 years, that's not bad for business. Realize they're trying to milk it as much as possible. Yeah, 2 years is a good run. You know, they got a good run out of as many like spenders as they can. It's time for the next thing. It's time for the next system. And it's probably wise for it to not just be like the key system. Like whatever the next thing is. And not just like basic rewards like more power, like more damage, like more EHP, more coins. Like, get some fucking cool shit going on. Like when the Vault system first came out, it was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like orb adjuster, auto demon mode, like auto nuke. Like, what the fuck is all this? Workshop presets, bot presets, like, bro, wild, bro. Gem stacker, like, all of this is like wild. It's like, holy shit. So people just go nuts, like swiping away to get to those upgrades. And, that time's a couple years. It's now gone beyond that for like, like a monkey sees something shiny and the monkey has to have it. It's kind of like, it's been a couple years now, it's kind of beyond that point. Where it's like, a lot of the stuff, it's just to hang around in the game long enough because it takes longer to get to that point. Like, it's not like you can play the game for 6 months, whale out, and then get all of these unlocks like you fucking could when you started the game. Like, people were smashing keys. Like, when I first touched Legends, like the first time when I promoted up from Champs, people were getting keys at 25k, 30k stones. Keys, like, consistently. Like, that was like the mark where you were at. Like 25, 30k stones, you were in the key territory. Fuck, 25, 30k stones, fuck, you're lucky to stay in Legends. Let alone nowhere near getting keys. You might get some like funky ass marshmallow bracket once in a blue moon, but outside of that, you're not consistently getting it. And that was like just standard back then. Like, people were getting to tier 14 and tier 13 and having auto restart, orb adjuster, all the good shit. So they're already like well into keys. Now it's like people are farming tier 16 and they don't have any of that. And it's a grind to get even anywhere close to that. So it's a whole different ball game now. Like, the goalpost has moved so far that it's time for something else, and they know it. It's just like they 1000% know it. It's just like what that something else looks like, and then that's where us as the player base kick back, have faith, and see what Uncle Oz, see what Uncle Fuds and Cousin Sam have installed for us. October 24th, there it is. 731 Defenders Legends, it was introduced. Must have been a fun update, getting Vault, keys, new league. I bet people were hyped. Oh dude, when I first started and I was in Platinum, people were farming, people were doing so many waves in Champs, thousands and thousands of waves, that people were like, so many people were farming it. So like, they were farming it so they get more bosses to spawn, so they get more reroll shards. So people were jumping in, they were doing like one run to see how far they can get for like higher rewards. So this is like before Legends. And then they were jumping into their farm sets, and then the whole window that bracket's open for, they're just farming it. Because it's the only way to get more reroll shards. Because you get like more bosses spawn. That was my introduction to the game. It's like I'm in like gold/platinum, and like dudes are farming like 10,000 waves in Champs brackets. It's like wild. There are probably still Reddit posts of how bad the game is because maybe it's just there and Fuzz gets more money. It'll be interesting to see how many coins they'll charge for the new preset lab. Almost like an unlockable based on lifetime coins. Apparently they're going to be super cheap. Sam said on Reddit they'll be affordable. So I'm assuming that they just want like without overloading people. They just like want it in a window where people should get a somewhat understanding of the game. Add the new tourney leagues as a mythic or ancestral. I'm with you, man. As much as there are whales, I'm kind of glad there's caps to whaling out the amount of packs. Yeah, it's one of the first things that I did when I downloaded the game. So when I downloaded the game, I bought all the no ads and all that other shit. And then I went to the web store. Seen that there was a stone pack in there. Okay, there's a limit on it. And then I figured out there was an Xsolar store. Then I went to the Xsolar. And then I hit up Discord and asked like, what's the go here? And then when they said that there was a limit to it, I was like, sweet. So you can do this game as like, not necessarily a free to play, but you can do this game without purchasing the premium currency, which was very different to all the games that I played before it. So if when I seen the web store, if there was an unlimited, like an uncapped amount that you could buy, I wouldn't have played it. That would have been it for me. I'd have been like, nah, I just came off the back of years of pay to win games. I'm not fucking blowing any money in another game. I'm not doing that again, fam. It's positively received because the changes were far and few between the new league and the Vault was exciting. Unlike now, where the status quo is changed every few months or so. The real whales spam gem packs for the Rush Labs. If someone brags to you that they got to Legends and got keys within 5 months of starting, assume they swipe gems for the cards for the card to catch fire. Yeah, and I mean, like the reality is, it's just not. The game's too far ahead now. The game's way too far ahead now. Like there's like a odd chance, but people just wouldn't consistently be getting any keys or anything. That's essentially what people are complaining about. I've seen help posts where people are flat out warning new players that they'll never get keys. I imagine Fuzz absolutely doesn't want that at all. Yeah, like it's kind of like, it's like it's just comes to balance. So it's like you still need people to chase it. You need to create the next chase for people to go for, and you still need to have the chase for people to want to push to get into the vault system, but balancing it out where it's not going to take you years to do it is like the fine line. Like you don't want people that aren't spending anything to take years, and then at the same token you also, the shorter you have the people that aren't spending, like let's say for example let's say for example that somebody's playing the game for 12 months or something like that, and you would say that 12 months is like ample amount of time where they should probably be getting access to some of the stuff in the Harmony tree, and that's kind of like a given. Like 12 months is a long time to be playing a game, especially a game like this that has to run all the time. But then the damage that somebody that can whale versus somebody who's played for 12 months, like the acceleration that somebody gets from maxing out the packs, you can't have it too early for the person that isn't maxing out packs, because it makes it so much more early for somebody that is. So then you're going back to creating the same exact problem where it's like somebody who's not spending but might be picking up battle passes, you know, might consistently buy battle passes but isn't maxing out the packs. But if it takes them a year, then the other guy that's maxing out the packs is probably going to be there in 4 months or 5 months. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just creating the same problem, because all the new fellas coming in, you will just see that, oh, if I just max out all of this, I go straight to the vault system in less than a year. So it's like it's just moving that problem somewhere else in a different stage. So it's like, well, what is the solution to it? I don't know what the solution is to it. All I know is that a bunch of that shit needs to come with the game. Like if you buy the ad pack, and then in the ad pack you get auto restart or something like that. Like that sort of stuff. Leave all the other shit. All the other shit can fucking stay in the vault. But things like auto restart and all that sort of shit, it should never been in the vault. It shouldn't be in the vault. I talked to someone on Discord and they mentioned he spent 4.5K on the game last month for on gems. What a fucking hole. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, 4.5K. Like, I'd rather a big baggie and go to the strip club. People need hope, even if it's 2 to 3 years, but as a core you can think that you can't. No one will try. That's it. Yeah, that's it. People need hope. Fuck, that sounds terrible, eh? It's like dangle a carrot on for everybody. Everybody needs hope. Hope that you can one day get something. But we need new blood for more brackets. That's why I reckon, like, the bottom leagues eventually, because it's inevitable it will happen, because this game can't last forever. Eventually all the bottom brackets will become bots, because that's just what every game does. A lot of people on the Tower Reddit and official Discord can be toxic. I can't fathom someone wanting to play a game because it's yeah, bro. It's like, what do you mean fun? We're here to min-max. Whales should get what they pay for, and free-to-play shouldn't be punished, perhaps. Now, of course, who am I? Just a game at the end of the day. Yeah, bro. Yeah, because like the low spenders or the free-to-play audience will be the vast majority, and probably like the most vocal. So you got to move the herd. If that kind of makes sense, you got to move the herd and guide them into a certain direction for whatever they decide is the best direction for the game. I think the game, from a balance standpoint, would be far better if there would be far more to do if they changed packs from 2 to 7 a month. Anyone ever played Diablo Immortal? Yeah, bro, that was rubbish, that PvP. Bro, I blew so much money on that game. Bro, so much money. Bro, I'd like come home from work and I'd just be like, fuck, I'll just drop $1,000, drop $2,000, just fuck, boom, puff it into the fucking rifts. Spent so much money on that game, bro. Not the only game. That's why when I came to this game, it's like, I don't want to pay to win on this, because I know where it goes. You just end up playing a different game later on. So it's like, I'm not gonna create that relationship with this game because I like this game. I don't want to create that relationship with it. So I've stayed as much as I can to be as disciplined as I can. It doesn't mean that I haven't bought stuff. I'm currently even for even, 14 packs myself and 14 packs donated. I'm even for even with the community. But I don't want to have that relationship where it's like, otherwise I will, and I'll just like fucking keep going and going and going, and then I won't stop, and then I'll have to keep going, and then eventually I won't play the game, and then it's like all that money's gone, and then it's like I just didn't want that relationship with this game. Someone could play it for that only, but some content is behind a new league that continues to get further away. No one wants to see the end of the single player level keep moving away. That's it. The goalpost keeps moving further and further. They could do some prestige system. Interesting. For all we know, Uncle Fuds might just one day say, fuck it, shut the servers down for all these dummies talking shit. Even just turn it off for a day, eh? Someone can add a new level and you can progress the new level and the next, but you don't want one level that just keeps moving away with inflation. Exactly. Waveflation. Power inflation. I love how you remember exactly how many packs you spent. I'd have to check my bank. In fact, I'd rather not know. Yeah, I mean, it's all fun tokens at the end of the day. You know? I mean, you could be fucking smoking meth under a bridge. So it's probably much better that you spend it on the game. If you have fun with it, man, kudos. I'm only super conscious of it. Because I checked once on how much I spent on another game, and I was shocked. And I didn't want to do that with this game. But these are like all the games that I'm talking about. They had like unlimited currency buys. Like straight unlimited currency buys. Like I played games where people spent millions, like Chinese fucking billionaires and all sorts of stupid shit. You know, you just turn around, you don't even play them anymore. It's like, fuck's sakes. Turn it off for a day, maybe April Fools, and watch the subreddit. Oh, bro, I would love to see that, bro. I would get Uncle Fuds a much better Christmas present if he did that for the lols, for the boys. Just did it for the boys, man. Like, just turn it off and just watch people threaten to quit. What's all of it? But the funniest thing is, all those people that threaten to quit and put it out on Reddit, by 100%, they're the first people to die in a zombie apocalypse. They are the first people that will die. And when the zombie apocalypse comes, all those people that complain on Reddit and Discord, they're the first to die. Like, when I come knocking at your door, I'm eating you first. Like... You're the one, you're the cunt that I'm eating first. The little vulnerable whinger that goes online. You're the one that died. Like, when the zombie apocalypse comes, and the first thing that goes out's the power, and then they say, like, what do they say? Like 80% of the population dies if fucking the power's out for a certain amount. It's like they're the first to die. Like. And the rest that don't die just from the power outage because they don't know how to survive without power. It's like me and the goons on the Hilux with the 50 cal on the back doing the school pickup run. It's like we're coming around, we're fucking eating you. We're going back, boys. We're going back to these days. Check the screen. Boom. There he is. We're going back to those days, boys. Fuck, when we fucking look like that. That's what happens 4 days when the power goes out in the zombie apocalypse. This is coming around. I'm coming around to your house dressed like this, with my mata ora tattooed on my face, and I've magically grown my hair back. And I'm coming around to fucking eat you. Oh, boys, it's way past my bedtime. We're talking about eating people in the zombie apocalypse. We're talking about eating angry tower Redditors when the zombie apocalypse comes out. We know it must be past my bedtime, boys. Not gonna lie, I love the Mrs. Kmart on my side in a zombie apocalypse. Her in the 50 cal rounds putting them to work. Driving over the curb in a Hilux with the big Hamas flag on the back. Trying to shoot down a F-35 like a 50 cal can do it, eh? On the Hilux. Like when you see them, bro, like over in Ukraine, but they're not rolling Hiluxes over there. It's not the Middle East. But like when you see the man, they're trying to shoot down like a Black Hawk, and but like there's so much body roll in the chassis that they can only pop off like 4 or 5 shots at a time, and just to try to stop the truck from rolling over. The truck's like that, eh? Like I watched all that shit that's going on in Sudan at the moment. Is it Sudan? And like they're the same, bro, just rolling in all on Hiluxes. What's a Hilux? The Hilux is those Toyota trucks that flooded the Middle East during all of that shit in Syria. I don't think it's like the Iran or Iraq wars. It's more like when the Syrian war, ISIS and all that shit. And 100%, bro, because those were like a bunch of brand new Hiluxes. 100% Toyota went over there and cracked the deal and just sold them fucking thousands of trucks, and they fucking duct taped on the back those 50 cal machine guns. And then they just storming all the cities, rolling in Luxes. But boys, honestly, 3-hour stream. It's way past my bedtime. You guys have been absolutely epic. It's definitely past my bedtime when we're talking about eating people in a zombie apocalypse. There's a video of someone mounted a minigun on a Toyota Prius. I can imagine. But gents, you guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you guys for always showing up. Thank you guys for always showing me support. And if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.